Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, saya Jepri Ali Saiful, SPD MPD dari Universitas Muhammadiyah Surabaya. Baik, kali ini saya akan menjelaskan tentang mata kuliah yang akan saya demonstrasikan di video guna pemenuhan syarat Serdos tahun 2023. Jadi mata kuliah yang akan saya sampaikan yaitu tentang pengembangan profesi guru yang mencakup materi terkait kompetensi pedagogi, kompetensi profesional, sosial, dan juga kompetensi personal dari seorang guru. Dalam mata kuliah ini juga menjelaskan mengenai kode etik, tanggung jawab, kemudian hak-hak dari guru, baik juga melalui praktek-praktek, jadi siswa juga akan menganalisis praktek-praktek perkembangan profesi guru ke sekolah-sekolah. Untuk kali ini, dalam demonstrasi video ini saya akan hanya menjelaskan terkait konsep guru, konsep dasar guru, yaitu apa itu guru, kemudian apa itu profesional, dan juga apa itu guru yang profesional. Dan targetnya adalah siswa mampu menjelaskan konsep guru, profesional dan profesional guru, dan materi yang akan saya sampaikan yaitu menggunakan tatap maya ya, seperti ini, daring, secara sinkronus, kemudian metode pembelajarannya adalah diskusi, tanya jawab, kemudian penilaiannya pun dari hasil diskusi dengan mahasiswa, yaitu kuis tanya jawab. Baik, terima kasih. Saya akan mulai presentasi atau demonstrasi video saya. Thank you very much for coming to this session or class about pengembangan profesi guru, or we call it as professional teacher, EFL. EFL, Teacher Professional Development. EFL is English as Foreign Language ya. Dan saya sebagai dosen pengampunya yaitu Bapak Jepri Ali Saiful, SPD MPD. Dan saya akan menjelaskan lebih lanjut terkait topik hari ini ya, pelajaran hari ini. So the first thing first, I would like to explain the learning objective. So for today, you are students could explain the concept of teacher, professionalism, and professional teacher. So after this session, or after this class today, you will understand and able to explain what does it mean by teacher, what does it mean by professionalism, and what does it mean by professional teacher. So these three meanings, you must able to be explain this kind of three meanings after this class finish. So this is the goal for our today class. Let's get a move on. I will start to discuss about teacher professionalism using two questions. The first is, let's reflect in your high school experiences. I'm sure that you have a role model teacher as a role model in your high school that you admire most or that you like. So you can pick one teacher. It does not need to be English teacher, but if it is English teacher, then it's fine. But if it is math teacher, and it's also fine. Just a teacher that you are admire, that you like most. So the first question is, who was your favorite teacher when you were in high school? The second question is, why do you think she or he is your favorite teacher? Okay. Let's start with my experiences. So I give you example with my experiences. When I was in high school, I love one teacher, meaning I like the one teacher, who is Mrs. Ima. So Mrs. Ima was my English teacher. And the reason why I love or I like her was that she is punctual and strict, yet she is very kind. So I love this Mrs. Ima. She is very funny, she is very kind to me, kind to all students, and she is punctual, disciplined. So when it comes to like 8 o'clock lesson, they come to 8 o'clock directly, she comes. And then she's very punctual and strict. And then her English is also very good, especially her English speaking is almost like a native speaker. And then I like her because she taught English well. She could create a fun learning activities like with a joke, and then sometimes she's laughing, and then the students also laugh, grouping, she's funny. So she can create an enjoyable learning environment when we as a students learn English when we were in high school. And then the last one, she could mingle with the students and her fellow teachers well, meaning that she is friendly, and then she could adapt to her social friends such as teachers and also students. So she had a good social relationship with the students and also with the teachers, with her friends in the office. So this is my experiences. My role model in high school, the teacher is English teacher, and she is Mrs. Ima. Now your turn. Who wants to be the volunteer to share your favorite teacher in high school? Just one. Okay. Okay, Yasinta. Go on, Yasinta.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I am so sorry because I can't turn on my camera because I'm outside. Who was your favorite teacher when you were in high school? Okay, she is my English teacher. Her name is Ma'am Daniar. I like her because her way of teaching is easy to understand and makes student discipline. Her English is very good in pronunciation and also writing. It may sometimes make the student tense, but it's fun for me.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for Yasinta.
Yes.
So that was a great story. And then your story is the same as me, which is English teacher. So is there any other story, maybe from Fauzia? Do you want to try to share your own story about your favorite teacher when you were in high school?
When I was in senior high school, I think I like my physics teacher because his name is Mr. Irfan, and he have his own characters when teaching, and when teach physics, he always explain with his character, ya kayak itu Mbak, apa, jelas, terus to the point, kayak apa ya, make us kayak understand gitu.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we are on the same page that the teacher that Yasinta and also Fauzia and also me, first thing first, the teacher was able to teach well, whether in the physics or whether in the English subjects. And also the teacher has a very good knowledge of her English, if it is in English, such as Jacinta teacher, and then also in Fauzia as well, which is the teacher also good at her physics knowledge. So yeah, thank you very much for Fauzia and Jacinta for sharing your story. It was wonderful. And then also let's get a move on to the topic. So yeah, thanks for your sharing to us. And the topic for today, as I mentioned earlier, previously in the learning objective that we learned about teacher, professionalism, and a professional teacher. Okay, this topic, these three. So before we understand about these rules, I would like to go back first for this one. What do you think of as a teacher? A teacher, what does it mean, teacher? You have an idea about what is teacher and what is professionalism and what is a professional teacher? Do you have an opinion about that? Maybe one of you, or you can be volunteer. The first question first, let's discuss it. What is teacher? Okay, Jacinta, go on. Yes, go on, please.
Teacher for me is some people who teach us about the knowledge we don't know before.
Okay, great, awesome. So teacher is someone who teaches us to know something that is not that we do not know before. So meaning the teacher is giving us new knowledge. Is that what you mean, Jacinta? Okay, all right. So let's get a move
I'm
on.
sorry, your voice, Mr. I can't hear my connection.
Oh, okay, it's fine. So I just confirm your understanding. Okay, what about you, Fauzia? Come on. What does it mean by teacher?
And in Japanese, I think guru is from apa namanya seseorang dari kata seseorang yang digugu dan ditiru. Jadi apa sebagai murid biasanya patokannya dari gurunya gitu Pak.
Okay, so someone who is as a role model, right? What they are saying, what they are doing is become the role model for the students. So we have from Fauzia perspective that not only about the knowledge teacher who help us to understand new knowledge, to get new knowledge, but also teacher is someone who is role model. So what they're saying and also what they do must be a good way so that students can apply or implement or be like as a teacher. Okay, what about you, David? I see some people are raising hand. Okay, David first, and then afterwards can be Regita. I think Regita raise your hand.
Okay, I try to answer I tried the second one. What
Okay,
is
go
a
on.
professionalism?
Mm-hmm.
I think professionalism, it means that the teacher teach the student until they understand what it means. I think, which is in some subject, include English or mathematics. The teacher try to explain until they understand about the new knowledge in that subject. I think that's all.
Okay, that was wonderful responses and answer. Yeah, so that professionalism meaning that we are teacher being professional, so we try our best to teach and also to guide students to understand the knowledge. So that not only transferring the knowledge but also guiding them. So very good. So thank you very much, David, for your feedback for us and responses. What about Regita? I saw you raised your hand.
Yeah, actually, I have a same answer. Its teacher is a role model,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think teacher is a person who helps students to acquire their knowledge and competence or virtue via the practice of teaching.
Okay, great. Yeah. So teachers is in that way. Thank you very much. So Regita also has the same idea, the same opinion about what does it mean by teacher. Yeah, it is a role model, like Fauzia's view or opinion about teacher. And then professionalism. Let's talk about professionalism. David already started by sharing professionalism as a means of being professional, guiding with patience, and then teaching teaching students until the students understand the knowledge, comprehend something. And is there any other opinion from you guys? What does it mean by professionalism or professional? You must be professional as a student. You must be professional as a teacher. Then what does it mean by professional itself? We know already teacher, but what is professional? If the teacher always come late, is it professional or not?
No.
No, why?
Because she or he cannot apa namanya kayak menepati their apa namanya kayak kesepakatan misalnya kan the class is start at 8 kayak gitu misalnya terus kalau telat kan kayak apa ya nggak menepati kesepakatan ya.
So tidak menepati fungsinya dia sebagai guru, profesionalismenya sebagai guru, harus tepat waktu dan sebagainya.
Ya.
Yeah, okay. That was good responses. As you mentioned earlier, Fauzia, guru adalah juga role model. So kalau guru role modelnya tidak punctual, selalu telat, terus lalu siswanya telat, apakah perlu disalahkan siswanya? Role modelnya seperti itu. So that means professional teacher is very important. So yeah, professionalism means here is like not only guidance, but also in a real life, we need to, the teacher need to be very professional in terms of the personal, secara personal harus bagus, and then their pedagogy, teaching pedagoginya harus bagus bagaimana mengajarnya, and their social, ya secara sosial juga bagus, bagaimana komunikasi dengan siswa, hubungannya dengan siswa, dengan komunitas guru, kemudian secara ini ya profesional. Jadi kalau guru bahasa Inggris, so like English teacher, you are English teachers, then you must understand English. You must able to speak English, write English, listen English, vocabularies or word sentences, and then also you can read English. Because you teach English. If you don't know English and then you teach English, how about your students? Right? So it is a very logic. So professionalism is in that way. So what the last question is, what is a professional teacher? We already discussed a teacher and then professionalism, and we combine professional teacher. What is a professional teacher? A teacher who is blah, 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 blah. Maybe you have an idea? Go on, it's fine. Share your thoughts.
Teacher is someone who has the skill, knowledge, and experience to teach effectively.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Sharoni. Yeah, teacher is someone who exchange knowledge, share knowledge, and teach effectively. So there is knowledge about the language, if it is English teacher, and then how to teach the English is also there, and effectively the teaching English. So yeah, thank you very much, Sharoni, to share your ideas or opinions. So we already at least discussed these three. What is a teacher? What is professionalism? And what is a professional teacher? And then we live in Indonesia, where Indonesian government, especially education, Ministry of Education, have already propounded, have already released a decree about teacher and lecturer. Jadi ada undang-undang tentang guru dan dosen yang sudah menerbitkan ya, yang sudah diterbitkan oleh pemerintah kita mengatur itu, yaitu tentang guru. So what does it mean by teacher? So teacher is pendidik profesional dengan tugas utama mendidik. Tadi sudah diskusikan ya. Mengajar, membimbing, mengarahkan, melatih, menilai, mengevaluasi peserta didik pendidikan anak usia dini, jalur pendidikan formal, pendidikan dasar maupun pendidikan menengah. So that mean teacher. Jadi this is a teacher. Definitions of the teacher is this. Ya, berdasarkan Kemendikbud ya. Di Undang-Undang Guru dan Dosen tahun 2005. Kemudian what is professionalism? Di tepat dalam undang-undang itu di pasal 10 juga sudah disebutkan kompetensi guru sebagaimana dimaksud adalah meliputi kompetensi pedagogik, kepribadian, sosial, dan profesional. Jadi professional teacher itu memiliki kompetensi. Jadi kompetensi apa sih yang dimiliki seorang guru yang profesional itu ada 4. Kompetensi mengajar yaitu pedagogik, kompetensi pribadinya sendiri yaitu orangnya baik, punctual, kemudian kompetensi sosial bagaimana relationship-nya dia dengan teman sejawat, sama-sama guru, dengan siswa, dengan komunitas guru, dan kompetensi profesional. Apa sih kompetensi profesional? Kompetensi di bidang ilmunya. Jadi kalau kalian guru bahasa Inggris, calon guru bahasa Inggris, kira-kira kompetensi profesional kalian apa? Ayo.
Mengajar.
Kalau mengajar pedagogik, kompetensi profesional adalah kompetensi
Mengajar.
bidang ilmunya.
Oh.
Kalau guru bahasa Inggris ya bahasa Inggrisnya itu. Jadi speaking kalian harus bagus, writing kalian harus bagus, reading, writing. So your English skills and language components such as vocabularies and also pronunciation, as well as your grammar understanding. So all must good. Must be good. At least you achieve your TOEFL maybe score is about 550. So try to achieve that. So then you can be a competence in your field. You have a competence in your field. Competency. Yaitu ya. So guru yang profesional jadinya adalah a teacher who implement and always develop their professionalism in 4 areas of competency: personal, social, professional, and mistype ya, and personal, social, professional, and also pedagogy.
Pedagogy.
Yes, thank you for correcting that. I will correct this one. Awesome. Oke, jadi kira-kira ada berapa kompetensi guru yang fardu ain hukumnya wajib ya dimiliki oleh seorang guru? Ada berapa kompetensi?
4.
4. What are they? Personal,
Social, professional,
and pedagogy. Oke. Great. Masih ingat cerita saya tentang guru SMA saya, namanya Mrs. Ima? Alright, now let's analyze quickly. Let's analyze Mrs. Ima professionalism as an English teacher. Is she professional? Kita coba judge ya.
Yeah.
Mrs. Ima ini profesional. 1, she is punctual and strict. Yes, she is very kind. Kira-kira kompetensi apa ini? Personal kah?
Personal.
Pedagogi? Personal, Fauzia?
Personal.
Okay, what about the
Yeah.
others? Yasinta, David, nomor 1 ini kira-kira apa?
No,
Personal.
no.
Kompetensi apa ini? Dia orangnya baik.
Yeah.
Personal ya. Okay, great. So the first is professional. Personal. So what is personal is about the personal characters of the teacher. So must be good, very kind, punctual, strict, and so on and so forth. It's a good character. Teacher has a good character and personalities. What about number 2? Her English is very good. Her English speaking is almost like a native speaker. Kira-kira kompetensi apa?
Pedagogy.
Pedagogi? Ini kemampuan bahasa Inggrisnya loh ya, bukan kemampuan mengajar.
isn't it?
Can you say that again?
Is it personal, isn't it? Sorry.
Yes, professional.
Professional.
Ya, kalau personal itu berkaitan dengan karakter dia, personality. Kalau profesional itu berarti berkaitan dengan bidang ilmu. Kalau guru matematika ya matematikanya dia harus bagus, guru itu.
Oh ya ya.
Kalau guru bahasa Inggris ya bahasa Inggrisnya itu harus bagus. Mau ngajarin bahasa Inggris tapi bahasa Inggrisnya gurunya nggak bagus. Then, are you an English teacher? Or are you a mathematics teacher? Well, if you are an English teacher, you must be responsible to your English proficiency. So you must be able to speak, write, and blah, blah, blah in English well. Then it calls you have professionalism, professional competency. Oke, yang ketiga, she taught English well. She could create fun learning activities. Dia bisa mengajar yang bagus, bisa membuat aktivitas pembelajaran yang menyenangkan. Kira-kira kompetensi apa ini?
Pedagogy.
Perfect. Yes, it is pedagogy competency. What about the last one? She could mingle with the students and her fellow teachers well.
Social.
Yes,
Social.
social. Amazing. So thank you for your feedback, David, and also others. Ya, yang keempat ini adalah social. So this is the result. This is the answer. So the very first is she is punctual, strict, yet she's very kind, is personal. And then the second one is professional. The third one is pedagogy. And the last one is social. So do you have any questions or comments? We have more minutes. No? If no, then let's get a move on. So maybe in 1 minute or so, what have we learned just now in our class? Kira-kira yang sudah kita pelajari apa? Ada yang mau share? Tentang apa?
Sorry, sir.
Ya.
To analyze the
Oke.
teacher.
Oke, so tentang teacher professionalism ya, ada analyzing the teacher, kira-kira seperti apa? Ada berapa kompetensi guru yang profesional itu?
4.
4, apa saja?
Profesional, sosial,
Professional, social,
Personal, social,
pedagogy, and
Personal.
personal ya.
Ya, PP, personal professional. The 3, P, pedagogy and social. PPPS, personal, pedagogy, professional, social. So yeah, that's all for today's class. We will continue. Thank you very much. And we will continue for the next meeting. So if you have further questions that come up when you are going out from the class about a teacher and their professionalism, you can ask further questions when we have a meeting next week. All right, so thank you very much for coming today. I hope that you are doing fine within the next week. And thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Anytime.